there everyone, this is Joy. Welcome back to another Inspiration Friday with myself and FleursByDesign. This week we're using Paige Evans as our inspiration, and I am using letting her bold pattern choices, large titles, and use of watercolor inspire me this week. I'm going to go through some of the supplies I'm going to be using. I'm going to use to watercolor, I'm going to put some ink onto an acrylic block, add some water, and use that to paint up the title that I've cut. I'm going to be using a combination of metal dies along with the cut title from the silhouette. I pre-cut some of these shapes from the dies that you see there on the left out of some glitter paper. This is the die cut from the silhouette store that I'm going to use as my main title. I think I might frame out my photo with this chipboard frame from crepe paper. Here's another cut saying summer fun that I designed myself in the silhouette studio. Some strips of paper, black cardstock, craft cardstock, and this patterned paper from, I believe it's an older pink paisley line. Now, if I'm letting Paige Evans inspire me, this neutral kind of mint side would be the one I tend to go towards, but since Paige is my inspiration this week, this very bold cloud pattern is going to be the background of my layout. I'm going to start off with coloring the die cut. So I'm going to put it into fast forward so you don't have to painfully go through that with me for the next few minutes. And I push the ink pad onto the acrylic block, add some water to that, mix it up, and then I'm going to go in and paint the watery ink onto the keep in and then the cool as well with the blue. I'm going to try to avoid the actual glasses frame because later on I'm going to use a waterproof black marker to color them out, because I don't want to leave them white, and I'm going to have to recut the center, the lenses of the glasses so they don't look like reading glasses, but they look more like sunglasses. So I'm just going to dry this up, and magically we're back to it and it's all dry. I'm just going to show this to you a little bit better here on the cardstock. I've even gone ahead and colored the center of the O's and the P as well, and I'm just going to set that aside while I get into making the base of the layout. So here I'm going to start doing the background of the layout, and I really want to use that mint side, but I am going to challenge myself, really force myself to use the cloudy side here. That's definitely more bold and a little more outside of my comfort zone. So I'm going to start with this kind of offset central design. I'm saying offset because it's going to be a little closer to the top of the page rather than in the center. And I've thought about putting strips at the top and the bottom, but the center of the layout got lost, and then I thought maybe if I add black, but that's a little bit too bold, so that craft piece of paper is going to become the centerpiece that kind of pushes that cloud paper into the background. I thought about using those mint pieces at the top and bottom, but I felt like it was too washed out. Not sure what I'm going to do, so I'm going to move on and start coloring in those glasses. So magically the glasses are now black. I did use that black watercolor marker. I really like these rainbow colored strips, so I'm going to definitely use those. I feel like because of the boldness of the black glasses, I need some black strips of paper, and I'm just going to use about a 1/4 of an inch on the outside of each of those rainbow colored strips. And I really do not like the center of the glasses being white because they really do look like reading glasses instead of sunglasses. So I chose a slightly, let's say, grayer pattern paper to cut the center. It's a very soft difference between the frames. I cut all of the pieces out, including the tiniest of pieces that go into the word cool. So I'm just playing around here and getting those fixed in. And then I'm going to proceed and do a little bit of embellishing. Because of how busy the background is, and this is not normal for me, the way I embellish the page is very light. I use a couple of actually all of the glittered die cuts that I cut out before, this little scallop border. I am going to glue at the top. These two arrows I'm going to use here to fill up a little bit of that space. I have these three homemade flares that I'm going to see where I would like to put, I think, down here in the right hand corner, just to add a little bit of interest outside this very bold center strip I've got going on here. And I have to apologize to you for how far up on the screen that my layout is. I have set up a new way to mount my camera to record these videos, and I'm still working the kinks out, so I'll try to get that fixed for next time. Thanks for bearing with me through that. I almost forgot to share this tip with you that I learned here on the Scrapbooking YouTube community. I believe the ladies I saw this with, and again, I don't know where it started, but I believe these are the ones, Nicole Jones 911 and Jen Scow. This is a Fineline tip applicator. It's a 20 gauge. It's got like a needle point on it. I have the quick dry adhesive inside it and use it for all of the fine die cuts that tape runner just won't work with, the delicate ones that could tear. So thank you to those ladies for sharing that tip. Well, my friends, that's it for this Inspiration Friday video with FleursByDesign and myself. If you like these videos, please give us a thumbs up and be sure to visit Fleur's channel to see how she was inspired by Paige Evans this month. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.